Hello and welcome to Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight, a series where I give a more subdued and informative look on the weapons of Phantom Forces. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the M21. The M21 is a DMR unlocked at rank 68. It deals 58 damage up to 80 studs and falls off to 40 damage by 200 studs. It fires at a slower 280 RPM fire rate, has a 1.2 times body multiplier and a 2 times head multiplier. The muzzle velocity comes in at 2650 studs per second, while the penetration depth is at a relatively high 2.4 studs. After taking multipliers into account, here is the shots to kill table. The recoil is around medium with very slow recoil recovery, and it has 10 rounds in the magazine, 70 rounds in reserve of 7.62 by 51. The reload speed is almost on par with the SCAR SSR, coming in at 2.6 seconds for regular reload and 3.5 seconds for empty reload. Finally, it has a 13 walk speed, which is average, and a 13 aim speed, which is below average. The M21 is an excellent DMR, and I would consider it one of the best DMRs in the game right now as of the recording of this video. It performs extremely well at medium to long range due to its absurdly good damage and range stats, being able to two-shot kill to the body all the way up to 188 studs, combined with its okay fire rate and recoil, makes it a menace at range. Though, it does suffer at close range despite its high damage due to its slow fire rate. You would do well to stay a bit away from the firefight, and hell, you could even stay at very long ranges and operate like snipers do. The M21's main competitor is the MSG-90. Both DMRs operate at similar ranges, with similar playstyle, and hell, even the same walk speed. The MSG-90 can even two-shot kill to the body like the M21 does, but I would consider the M21 overall superior purely because the MSG-90 has a whole lot of camera recoil, making it very disorienting to land subsequent shots. But to give it some credit, the MSG-90 does have a faster fire rate, making it a little bit easier to fight someone up close. The M21 is just better at almost everything, honestly. The 6.5mm Creedmoor conversion changes how you use the weapon quite a bit. It now deals 50 damage up to 95 studs and falls off to 32 damage by 220 studs. The fire rate gets a pretty significant boost up to 340 RPM, while the multipliers are reduced to 1.7 to the head and 1 times to the body, respectively. The muzzle velocity is reduced to 2750 studs per second, while the penetration depth is slightly reduced down to 2 studs. And here is the shots to kill table. Vertical camera recoil is now reduced by a significant amount, and the recoil recovery speed is drastically increased to match up with the other DMRs. It now carries 20 in the magazine with 80 in reserve and fires 6.5mm Creedmoor rounds. It now has a slower reload speed. However, I could not find the exact figure for this because the stat screen is bugged, and also the aim speed is slightly slower. This conversion pushes the M21 towards a more aggressive, close to medium range playstyle. It still works rather well at range, but with the two-shot kill body range being pushed down to 95 studs, it encourages you to fight at much closer ranges to take full advantage of it. It is also very much on par with the MacLeod in terms of playstyle, even though I'd say that in this kind of range, the MacLeod is better. All in all though, if you really like the M21, this is a legitimately good option for smaller maps. Now, this is where I would usually put the notable attachments section into the video, but there just isn't any notable attachments for the M21. There isn't anything that significantly changes the M21. This time, I say this in every video, but this time you really should purely follow personal preference. You honestly just cannot go wrong with the M21. It's very strong by default. And this concludes this episode of Phantom Forces Weapon Spotlight. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe as it helps a lot. I'm still a very small channel. Also, the next video might be a little slow because I'm a little preoccupied right now. But thank you for watching. See you next time.